We're also on top of another big story today. Charlotte-Mecklenburg police gave an update on the shooting that left 4 law enforcement officers dead and 4 others injured yesterday.
Police Chief Johnny Jennings was joined by several other officials, including Governor Roy Cooper. Michelle McConaughey was listening to that news conference. It wrapped up within the last half hour or so and joins us now in the WRAL Live Center with that story.
Yeah, we heard from Charlotte Police Chief Johnny Jennings earlier in this newscast, and you heard how emotional he was, saying that the last few days have been so tough. Families are hurting, but he also said that this is a scar on Charlotte, but they will get through it.
So this is certainly a tragedy that's going to impact, I would say, our country for a very long time. It's a scar on Charlotte, but a scar that won't heal.
And we also heard from Governor Cooper as well. He asked North Carolinians to pray for those affected, saying that the state will be with the victims' families in the coming days, weeks, and of course, years ahead.
Michelle, thanks. Now, at the top of the hour, WRAL's Eric Miller spoke with people who lived in that East Charlotte neighborhood.
Our team coverage of the deadly shooting in the Queen City continues with WRAL's Monica Casey with additional information from that news conference. Monica.
Jeff, within the last 30 minutes, we've learned more about what happened here. Take a look at the damage to this house behind me. The police chief says it's still being processed. There are over 100 rounds of casings. He says the suspect was firing from upstairs on both sides of the house. You can see the broken glass and bullet holes here. Police recovered an AR-15 and a .40 caliber handgun with ammunition for both. 4 law enforcement officers lost their lives here yesterday. We are working to get a photo of Deputy Thomas Weeks. He was 48 years old and leaves behind a wife and 4 children. Pictured here on your screen on the left, CMPD officer Joshua Iyer was killed. He has a wife and a 3-year-old son. North Carolina Department of Correction officers Sam Pelosi and Alden Elliott were also killed yesterday. Pelosi leaves behind a wife and 2 children, and Elliott a wife and 1 child.
We saw what I mentioned yesterday, officers going into the line of fire to save their brothers in blue who have gone down in the act of trying to keep our community safe.
We are also learning more about the 4 CMPD officers who were injured yesterday responding to the calls for help here. 18-year veteran Christopher Tolley had surgery and is recovering. 3-year veteran Michael Giglio had a gunshot wound and was released from the hospital yesterday. Jack Blowers has been with CMPD for 1 year and he was also released yesterday. Joshua Campbell was treated for a broken foot and discharged this morning. Now, the police chief says the 2 women who were inside the house are cooperating and they are not looking for any more suspects or people of interest. We know one of those women is 17 years old. Jeff?
Monica Casey, more details coming out of that heartbreaking story in Charlotte. Thank you for that.